Hi, so today I am going to talk to you about the book Siddhartha, and I am going to focus on the chapter Kamala. But basically I want to give you like a little summary before about what the book is about. So basically Siddhartha is this guy and he's like normal, he has a normal life. He has friends and his family and stuff, and then he, like, everybody loves him, but he doesn't love himself. And, like, he wants to find a meaning to his life. A meaning to life in general. So he goes on this quest. Looking for, like, perfection and looking for a meaning to life. And then he finds this group of people that are the samanas. That basically are priests that devote their lives to pain and suffering to reach the state of Nirvana. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I think it's pronounced like that. That is a state of peace and tranquility. And so he kind of starves for a while and does some tortures, and he is with them for a period of time. And then he decides that that's not what he is, like, looking for. He learns a lot from them, but which I agree with him that he should have been, like, moving away from them, because in my opinion that makes no sense. Like, starve yourself and torture yourself to be happy. It doesn't make any sense to me. But okay, that's Siddhartha's and their opinion. But then he keeps on with his search. And so yeah, now I'm going to talk to you about Kamala. So at the beginning of this chapter, and that is on page 37, it starts saying how Siddhartha starts seeing the world with different eyes, like with a different perspective. He's seeing everything beautiful. Like on page 38 it says, "The moon and the stars were beautiful. The brook, the shore, the forest and the rock, the goat and the golden beetle, the flower and the butterfly were beautiful." And all those things were in his life before, but he didn't see them as he does in that moment, because he sees them with different eyes. And in my opinion, what this part of the book is trying to say, it's trying to give us a mini lesson for life. Sometimes we are really close-minded, and that we don't see the beauty in certain things. And for example, nature, we just say like, oh, that's a rock, or there's wind. But we don't see that that's actually beautiful, and we see it like we're indifferent to it. But then reading ahead, on page 40, I found a mixture between the two types of love of philia and eros. And so in this part, Siddhartha has this dream in which he sees his best friend Govinda. And there is where the philia part comes from, because they've been best friends since like forever. But then Govinda turns into a guy. Into a girl. He turns into a woman. And then Siddhartha has, like, it says, "Govinda put his arm around him as he drew him to his breast and kissed him." So there's where the eros part come from. And then, so basically, in my opinion, that is preparing like us for what happens in the chapter later. Then it's when Siddhartha meets Kamala. And Siddhartha thinks she's the most beautiful woman in the world. And he totally falls in love with her as soon as he sees her. But at the beginning, he wants her like a teacher for like, to teach him love. And in my opinion, that's showing like a part of, like, it shows Siddhartha really human. Like, every single human falls in love in some point of his life. So Siddhartha, there's like a human part of him. Well, he's human, but he's really spiritual. And then in that part, he's more like us. But then he says, for example, on page 45, "I am already beginning to learn from you. I already learned something yesterday." Like, in my opinion, Kamala changes him. In some ways in a good way, and in some ways in a bad way. Because then Siddhartha becomes really rich, and he starts like winning money and becoming rich. But he, in my opinion, becomes more materialistic, which, in my opinion, it's weird because Siddhartha, it's all about spirituality, and he goes on this quest and he leaves everything behind because he wants to find like a meaning to life through spirituality. Well, in the previous pages, he even starves himself and tortures himself for a while to find a meaning to life. But now he decides that it's cool to become rich out of nowhere and leave all the spirituality behind. In the same page, in page 45, it says that now he has fine shoes, fine clothes, and money in his purse. So it's like, Siddhartha, where I don't know where the rich part comes from spirituality to materialistic. It's like a little shifting, but I don't know. You know what you're doing, and I still have to read the rest of the book. So, but then at the end, Siddhartha just says like he loves Kamala, and he's like, it was my intention to learn about love from the most beautiful woman, in page 50. But yeah, he learns love from her because he loves her. But yeah, I still have to read the rest of the book, and that's the chapter of Kamala. But yeah, didn't make sense, that last part. Yeah. Okay. Bye!